You see this clutter? I need to put it up. I just haven't done it yet, but I will do it today. Mark my words. First, I'm going to do an entire pot of decaf coffee because we rely on the placebo effect here so that we can give our heart a break. And then, yeah, after that, I will take care of it. So it ended up snowing, and I'm not gonna work on sanding while there's a lot of snow everywhere. Plus, it's cold. I was doing some sanding and like around freezing temperatures yesterday. I'm just not going to do that today. But what I will do is I will go to the garage. I'll put up the sawhorses, and I'm going to start cleaning and conditioning some of the boards, maybe even getting some stain on. I figure I can do that. I have not been doing it at night, so definitely not doing that. And I do want to try and get some postage stamp quilt done. So you saw how messy that drawer was. I think a small goal for today would be to clear that out, you know, on top of the normal household type stuff and doing school with my oldest and things like that. So that's the plan. I'm gonna go ahead and get that taken care of, get it started, put that piece up. That's 3 things I can do today: some quilt, some wood conditioning, and put that little hook up. I think toothbrushes can be a very underrated tool, but old toothbrushes are great for crevices, grout cleaning. I'll clean them in the dishwasher, and those are not for brushing teeth. Those are my cleaning toothbrushes. I just keep them left of the sink. And this is my favorite mug, so of course I'm going to dry it, and that's what I'm going to use today. Although it's already starting to get chipped. I used to be so scared of items getting chipped and broken and them not being really usable, and it would make me scared to even use them. But at this rate, you know, I kind of find the value in wear and tear, and sometimes even if it gets destroyed, it's okay. Like, it's okay. It's just an object. It means that I've used it and loved it a lot, although I will say that I'm not sure I trust it in the dishwasher anymore because I don't want it getting any little chips, so that's why I've been hand washing it. But yeah, this whole section of me drying up dishes, putting them away and everything is just another example of delayed gratification in regards to just not really quite having my coffee yet. And yeah, I find that it's more frustrating and mentally taxing and draining to be interrupted from sitting and enjoying my coffee than it is to just hold off on even having it to begin with until some of these first thing in the morning chores are done. And it kind of feels like a treat after doing dishes. In an active household, things are constantly getting redirted, so we got meatloaf eaten, which means we have that whole thing to clean. There's a dirty sippy cup, so it's nice to just clean things right away sometimes. And I drink my coffee black. I don't add anything. So I've gotten used to a lot of really not so great coffee flavors. But milk and cream just messes me up. You don't want to be around when that happens. Okay, so here's a little tip to keep sane. You're allowed to do this, which is a half-butt job of cleaning. And it's cleaning, as my mom said, I think she had a lot of great advice. High traffic areas. So this kitchen floor, obviously, is a little grody, especially after breakfast and stuff. But let me adjust this. Oops. It's supposed to go up, not down. No, I'm totally botching this, whatever. We'll live. This kitchen gets a lot of use, so it's good to be on top of sweeping and mopping it. I'm not gonna really worry about the anti-fatigue mats. I will sweep them, but I basically aim for the loop around the island pantry area of my home, in the front door and primarily the kitchen, anywhere where I set up the table and we're eating, of course, cooking and dropping stuff. Sometimes all you can do is tidy. And then there's other times where you have a little bit of time to clean, but if you tried to clean everything, you would lose your mind. My kids are doing something else, one is taking a nap. It's a great time to do a quick mop with just a pad mop in the kitchen to keep it from getting even worse. It's okay to do that. You know, as I get older, I'll probably still utilize this, but sometimes I just don't have time to clean everything and also get all the other projects that I have that I want to get done as well. I gotta pick and choose. Now, don't get me wrong, I love a deep clean as much as the person next to me, but I do have 3 small kids and a lot of projects I'm trying to get done, and with the tendencies of young children, especially my 1 and 3-year-old, to be a little bit obsessed with the floor and pick food up off the floor, I do find that I have enough time to at least take 5 minutes. This whole thing took 5 minutes to at least do a basic cleanup of the most grimiest food and foot traffic area, so that if they're doing that kind of thing, it's not the end of the world. Okay, done with that. Is it perfect? No. Is it the best mopping job? Probably not. Is it better than if I did absolutely nothing? Yes. Is it better than if I only did a really good mop a handful of times in a year? Yes. That's what we're aiming for. Survival mode. Some of this stuff can be used for a postage stamp quilt, and then some of it needs to be just put away, like electrical tape. This goes with my tape. I'm gonna take it there now. Any charging cords, like I have a whole bin for these. They can go there. So those can all go into a wire box. Okay, I know. Wait 1 moment. There we go. This is a little bit better. Okay. All right. I don't know why I didn't set my tripod up before, but I am now. So what I'm going to do is take all the little squares that I currently have, and I'm going to sew them together. With this, I'm telling you, I'm not ironing. With the larger fabric, I might put it with larger fabric. This obviously cannot become a larger piece of fabric. Now, at some point, I might make like my own jelly rolls to do things like binding and stuff, but I don't have a set width that I have done yet. So I'm not going to take random pieces to do that, because I think I would like them to be a little bit wider than whatever this is, but I can turn this into little pieces for a postage stamp quilt. I'm going to set these aside for a moment. And I do want to use this fabric, but I'm not sure. It is a knit. I'm not sure what I'll do with it yet. So there's like, this is trash. This doesn't need to go in there. Oh, old paint colors that are irrelevant, that can be trash. HDMI cord. Scrapbooking stuff. I don't have an infant and it's all smushed. Little baby hairbrush. So some of this stuff I'm just gonna throw away. So I haven't been cleaning this. And then again, everything that's going into a postage stamp quilt, I'll try and at least do sections of 4. And we'll see how far we can get with that today. I would at least like to do another piece that's as large as the last one I had done. Okay. Yep. This, I don't know what this is for. It looks like the edge of a curtain rod, but this is trash. And another cord. I think this one might be trash too. Trash. This goes for a set of Halloween lights. Here's this guy. I need this. And a phone charger and cord. So, it's not perfect. Another drill bit. It's not perfect, but it's somewhat cleaned up. This is like brooches. It's better than it was. And that's all I'm asking for. So, that's all I'm going to worry about right now. This, I'm going to go put this in the trash. I'm going to go put these things away. And then I'm going to zip up some of these squares together. Absolutely not perfect. Very wonky. But overall, because I will not be machine quilting this, I'm not very concerned. I'm going to be putting either buttons or just some stitches, running them through with my hands, hand quilting it. So I think this is just a very great way to use up a whole bunch of scrap fabric. And then obviously, you see, it's a postage stamp quilt. As far as the back goes, it looks very crazy, but You see, I used whatever thread I felt like using. It gave me something to do while I am waiting for my light thread to come in. All right, here's my coffee hutch. We're on a coffee hutch shelf. I got my pieces here. I'm not going to film me doing this just because I've got a lot of things I want to get done. But yeah, I'm just using these little screws. Gonna go ahead, get that taken care of. So before all done, now I can put an extra few cups up there. I'm super cold. I got about a board and a half done, so I went ahead, and it's not snowing or anything, so I did decide to just go ahead and sand more as opposed to working on cleaning and conditioning. But I'm so cold, so I'm gonna go ahead, do a little bit more picking up while I warm up, and then try and finish another board and a half. Well, it's like nighttime, so I finally did finish this. I'm gonna take it out to the garage. Okay, so I have these done, I've got those done. I just have short boards left, 2 skinny long ones. But very much looking forward to getting this project done. I have it set up so that maybe I will start clearing some stuff off. Maybe my husband will help me tonight. Not sure. I don't feel a need to commit to it. I've got 2 other sawhorses, so I will start to free. This is a workbench, and there's tools in it, but because I put the wood on it, I can't access them. But this is my little bit of progress, and as long as I'm doing something on a regular basis, I'm not gonna hold myself to daily. I'm aiming for daily, and thus far it's been daily, but on a regular basis, it's going to get done. And I'm looking so much forward to it getting done because both me and my husband are tired of this stuff taking up space in this garage. We've got a bunch of other projects that we'd like to do, and I have a bunch of other projects that I would like to do. Namely, like, I want to do a king-size loft bed for my own bedroom and have more just space for my husband and I in there, that kind of acts as like our own little private living space. Anyway, that's it for today. This is kind of how today's ended. I got some postage stamp quilt done. I got this done. Been sticking with the schooling with the kids. And yeah, I had cooked ahead yesterday, so it was leftovers today. It was great. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. If you're interested in seeing the kinds of projects I get done, keeping up with the quilts, I'll be sharing about this bed and the quilt projects that I have. But I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Bye.